Hello, welcome. Hi. Hi, Hattie. Butterfly hearts. Who else is here? Maybe it's just us for now. That'd be funny. I like this background. Hey, Gary. Welcome, my friend. How are you, buddy? What music do we want today? Let's do nature. Where is it? Hey, Gary, what's going on? How you doing today? Swedish forest. Oh, thanks, Hetty. Yeah, I really like this one. I almost switched to one of the ones with the sun and the clouds to have a pretty scene, but this purple is like so many nice purples. It reminds me of the colors of the higher chakras. So the indigo and violet. Yes, music. This is called, what is this called? Swedish Forest. It'll be perfect for today's live. Hi, who else is here? Monica. Hey, welcome. You made it. Thanks for joining the Circle of Love. It's nice to see you there. Good point, Gary. We've got a Pisces new moon happen this morning. Yeah, I'm feeling really good today. We had the time change here, and I got to bed at a decent hour that I kind of didn't even notice it. So that was cool. The Pisces new moon is feeling it's feeling really good for me. I'm a Pisces already, so it I guess it's just all aligned for me. Hey Nancy, good to see you, my nearby friend. Oh, Monica, I have a surprise today. We're not doing readings. We're going on a journey together. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. I'm changing the Sunday format. I've been enjoying doing the Sundays, but haven't quite figured out exactly what I've wanted to do. And I guess maybe this is a new moon thing, since new moons are all about new beginnings. So literally in bed this morning, I got on the app and I changed the description and changed the content, changed the focus of it. So now it's called Spirit and Soul Sundays. And we're going to go on journeys together. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Linda, what is that flower? I always forget. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to this. It's a way that I can continue to be of guidance to you guys and assist you on your paths to your heart. But also it's a way for me to have a break from doing readings all the time. Just mix it up a little bit, which is fun. That's a poppy. Okay. I have a high resolution monitor, so I don't see the images. I see the images clearly, but they're very tiny. I love that, a poppy. How are you, Linda? Good to see you. Oh, straight from your garden. I love that. How is everybody? Please do share. We're going to wait a little bit till we get some more folks joining, and then we're going to go on a journey together that you guys get to pick. I'm really excited about this. Hey, Rhonda, welcome. Linda says, I'm well. Thank you. Bare battery Diaz today? What is that? Our battery fiasco. Wow, yeah, autocorrect is just like the bane of my existence, but all settled. Oh, phew, thank God. Rhonda, how are you? I'm just happy to hang out with you guys today. One of the reasons I created a Sunday Live is because I generally have a long weekend. So like I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, pretty much. Like those are the days I either do lives or do office hours. And then I left a long weekend for myself because my two of my best buddies that I play video games with for over 10 years now, they're off every Monday and Tuesday. So I wanted to line up my weekend with them so that, we could be in sync. So my weekend is technically Mondays and Tuesdays, right? But by come Sunday, I was feeling like disconnected from community. So I was like, well, maybe Sunday is a good time for me to do lives. And it has actually been good for me in that regard, sort of stay connected with community. Oh, Rhonda's having a tough time. Rhonda. Well, I hope today's special live session helps you out with your tough time, Rhonda. Yeah, I'm so sad to hear that. Who else do we have here? Yeah. So for those that are just coming in, we're not doing readings today. We're going on a journey. I'm starting a new format today. It's a bit of a short notice surprise for today, but Sundays are now, if this goes well, because this is new for me too. This is slight bit of an experiment. But I think it's going to go well, and I think it's going to be really, really profound and fun. But I'm calling it Spirit and Soul Sundays. And the idea is, the premise, I should say, is that whether we know it or not, we all have spirit guides. And whether we're aware of it or not, we've all sort of tucked away fragments of our soul for safekeeping. And so today's session is going to be we're gonna choose through our intuition whether we go on a spirit walk to meet our guides or whether we do a journey, a soul reintegration journey. And that's gonna be a choice that we make with our intuitions. And then we'll take it from there. Oh, you read it, Nancy? Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, it does sound amazing. It feels right to me. So I asked my guides in meditation beforehand. I was like, I'm a little nervous, guys. And they're like, you're going to be fine. Just remember that we always love you and that we're always here. And it was really, really neat. Yeah, Rhonda, I think it's going to be really cool. And so we'll just sit and wait and chit chat for a bit until more folks come in. If you're new, please say hi. Tell us where you're from. If you're not new, please say hi. Tell us where you're from. And if you're new or old or whatever you consider yourself, please let us know how you are, how you're feeling, how you're doing, how your day's going, how your journey's going. Hi, Brooke. You're old. Age is just a mindset. Everybody thinks I'm younger than I am. Oh, Linda loves a good journey and she's excited for the new format. I love that. Thank you, Linda. I so much appreciate your guys' support. Greg, Bassam just put out a new astrology course on here. I don't know Bassam. That's a cool name, though. Oh, you're new. You're old on my side. Okay. It's all right, Brooke. Oh, it's all good. We're here to have fun and enjoy our spiritual journey together. I am here to guide you guys to your hearts and on the path of love. I kind of came to that realization yesterday. I was doing a lot of good work on my there's a lot of writing and some video stuff I want to do, kind of have to slash want to do for my group program, which is going to be on Patreon. So I had this really cool about page, and I'd put my bio in, and I was like, I like my bio, but it feels kind of just bio-y. It just feels like a bio, right? And I was like, I want to write something that really invites people in and welcomes them to the Patreon and to the particularly to the group program. And so I started just writing. And next thing I know, I'm writing out my story, right? And by the end of it, I realized what my mission was because I've been sort of, I mean, you guys probably don't care about this, but from a marketing standpoint, I've been trying to sort of get clear about what my mission is. And and you guys all know that are old to me or that are not old, but fans, followers, consistent followers, that I'm all about the love, right? Well, what I realized was that all of my life experience has come together to this time period where I can be not just provide guidance, but really be a guide. And I was like, I've always known that, but I was like, what am I guiding people to? And I realized I'm guiding people to their own heart on the path of love, really. And so it all just came together, and I loved what I wrote. And then I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then this morning woke up and thought of this new format. So hey, Linda. Good to see you. Linda with a Y. Hi, Greg, and all beautiful IT souls. Hope everyone is having a good day. Potential changes can bring that up. I know, right? I'm really looking forward to all the changes and the expansion and the unfolding that's ahead of me. I hope you guys can embody that as well. Who else is here? We're just waiting a little bit longer to get started so we can have as many beautiful people in on the journey today as possible. Hey, Linda, you're well? Is that what you mean? It's all good? We have two Lindas. There's probably more than two Lindas. It is good for me, isn't it? Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you mirroring that for me. Getting warm. Time to take the hat off. All right. 28 people. I think that might be enough to start. Monica, timing for today fits so well for my time zone. Thank you for that. You're welcome. What time is it for you? I know it's about 8:30 in Germany. Scuba buddies. Oh, are you? 7:30. Oh, so Denmark is an hour ahead of Germany? Huh, that's cool. Awesome. Anyone else want to say hi or tell us how they're doing before we get into our show today? It's not really a show, but anyone new? Anyone first time here with me? If so, my name is Greg Phillips. I'm currently in Rochester, New York. Hopefully, sometime in the next, who knows how long, I will be moving east. I've decided I'm going to move to the Canary Islands with a couple friends, but we have no time frame on that yet. Anywho, same time zone. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe you guys didn't fall back like or spring forward like we did. That's why. Hey, Joyce, welcome. Upstate New York. Yeah, I'm in Rochester. How close are you? And Nancy's from Brockport. Nice to have you here, Joyce. So, folks who are new, on Wednesdays and Fridays, I also have lives. I do ChakraTouch reading. ChakraTouch is a gift that I was given in which I can actually see the quality of movement and the energy in people's chakras. And so we do readings on those days. Today, I'm starting a new format where we're going to go on a kind of a shamanic journey, sort of. We're either going to meet our spirit guides or journey to reintegrate a lost soul fragment. So, oh, okay, yeah. So now I have to. Oh, Hetty, now instead of 6 hours ahead, you're 5 hours ahead because I jumped forward an hour. Oh, I wish the whole world would be on the same time synchronization. All right. Okay, cool. Well, we've got 32 people, and I think we can get started. I'm so excited about this. I'm also a little nervous, but as Linda said, it's all good. All right, my friends. So, welcome to Spirit and Soul Sundays. This is an opportunity for us to either go on a journey to meet our spirit guides or to go on a journey and reintegrate a lost soul fragment. So, the soul reintegration stuff is something that I didn't realize I could do until one of these lives. And I was doing a reading for somebody, and we ended up going on a journey and reintegrating a part of their lost, a lost part of their soul. And I have a unique perspective on this because I mean, some might call this shadow work. I'm just sticking with kind of soul reintegration. Um, I really feel that the most loving way to look at these lost fragments is that at the time at which they became lost, whatever it was, it could have been trauma, it could have been who knows what, but I feel like we tucked them away somewhere inside of our heart, somewhere in our energy, and we tucked them away for safekeeping until we could grow spiritually enough to be able to meet them again and then reintegrate them. So for me, this particular perspective on shadow work or soul reintegration feels really loving and really allowing. Like there's no judgment to it. There's no good, bad. It's just, this is what we had to do. This is what we chose to do in the moment. And we tucked a piece away. And, as we go spiritually, hopefully we get to, rediscover those. So I'm excited about either journey. How we're going to do this is we'll start off with a little meditation to help us drop into our intuition. And you guys are going to pick which journey we go on. Okay. And so the choices will either be spirit or soul. How do you do the hearts like this? And they're all heart based. So uh, settle into wherever you're seated, or if you're walking or laying down, just become slowly and gradually aware of the different parts of your body that are touching and connecting to either the ground, the floor, or the furniture that you are upon. And bring your left hand to your heart chakra and place your right hand over it. And just breathe naturally, comfortably, and normally. You could breathe deeply if you want, or however you feel good about. And just gently and slowly drop into your body. Close your eyes, and with your mind's eye, look deep into your heart. Just peer deep, deep into your heart, and let all the day's stories, thoughts, judgments, attachments just gently slip away as you gaze into your very heart. The heart, my friends, knows the entirety of the story of your life. It can see beyond the moment of the now, and it has just such a deep understanding of who we really are. Dear Spirit, please fill our hearts with your divine love so that we may grow in every moment and every day in our ability to feel our emotions, good, bad, or indifferent, and that we can increase our capacity to love ourselves and others. In universe, we ask that you bolster our courage, lending us your strength and fortitude with your divine strength. And lastly, dear God, please open our minds to your divine wisdom. Help us to see things in new ways, to find new perspectives. Help us to learn how to let go of living our lives from our minds and open them to see that which cannot be seen, and to strengthen our intuition. And my friends, as you gaze deeply into your heart, allow to bubble up one word. What does your heart want from today's session? And that word would be either spirit or soul. And when you know, write it in chat. Hello, Shyla. Or Sheila. I forget how to say that. I'm sorry. So listen for that one word, my friends, and write it in chat. And this is how we will decide what journey to go on today. Four for spirit and two for soul. Three for soul. The difference will be in the type of journey that we do. The spirit one will be a spirit walk. We'll be going to visit our guides and meet with them. And the soul one will be, we'll be looking for a lost fragment to reintegrate. And everybody here, this is for everybody. This is for all of us. Me too. I have no idea what will come from this. Oh, it's tied. 5 for spirit and 5 for soul. Wow. You can if you want to, Monica. Yeah. If anyone hasn't had a word yet, stay focused on your heart and let it decide. Yeah. Well, otherwise, I'll be the tiebreaker. It's 5 all, basically back to 0. Anyone else feeling? Okay, Deborah's feeling spirit. Just continue to use your mind to focus and gaze into your heart, my friends. If you haven't come up with a word yet, there's no right or wrong to this. It doesn't mean your intuition is broken. It means you're open to either journey. Monica's double checking and she got soul again. That's great. Good intuition practice there, my friend. I guess I'm going to have to be the tiebreaker because we're still at 6. Anyone else still waiting for a word? Let me see what my guides say as a tiebreaker. Ah, okay. My guides are going to be the tiebreaker, and they cheered quite loudly at the soul. So, excellent exercise, my friends. We're going to go on a soul reintegration journey. Alrighty. They're quite similar, quite honestly. The focus is different. But the process is actually the same. Okay, dokies. So let's start with hands on the heart again. You can do this eyes open or eyes closed, whatever is comfortable for you. If you're not a very visual person, because I'll be doing some visualization guidance, that's okay. I will also try to weave in any feelings descriptions. So you just want to stick with whatever you can access, and doesn't, if you can't access either the visuals or the feelings, that's okay. Just try to go along with the spirit of the journey. Also, just want to let everybody know, just to try and, offer up and let go, surrender any expectations or attachments to any particular outcome. We really don't know what will happen when you go to meet a fragment of yourself inside. You might end up just meeting it, and it may not reintegrate yet. It might not be ready. And so it's just really important to hold that space of loving allowance in your heart as we go through this journey, without expectation or attachment. Easier said than done, right? Alrighty. Begin by feeling the warmth of your hands on your heart space. Make sure your breathing is comfortable. We're going to start with a blank canvas. So picture yourself somewhere that is pitch black. There is no color. There are no characteristics. It is a completely black, blank slate. And there is a soft light glowing around you. It's warm. It's soothing. And it will be your guidance today as we go on this journey. So begin to feel inside a curiosity, a sense of adventure, and wanting to explore this blank canvas. And begin to take a stroll through this black blank canvas, and it's not too difficult to see, and this glowing light around you begins to shed light on your surroundings as you walk by things. And just make a note of what you see. Continue to walk along what turns out to be a path. What is this path made of? Is it dirt? Is it paved? Is it gravel? Is it wood? Is it a carpet? What are you walking on? What is this path created out of? Your feet feel good as you gently take step after step, left foot, right foot. The path is sturdy and comfortable, and as you continue to walk, you begin to see objects along the path and off in the peripheral. And you begin to piece together an idea of what kind of environment you're walking through. Maybe you're seeing water and sand. Maybe you're seeing trees and flowers. Maybe in the distance you're hearing different animals or other noises. Perhaps you're walking and you're seeing shelving, bookcases. Where is this path taking you? Every time you see a new piece of the environment, the whole picture slowly begins to form, and you feel excited and relaxed and safe as you realize You see a light in the distance. It's quite a bright light. What color is it? What kind of glow does it have? What kind of shape does it have? And with your curiosity intact, begin to walk the path towards this light as the entirety of this scene unfolds before you. You now know where you are. This is your safe place, a place that you can come to do deep exploration or just rest. And as you approach the light source, you begin to see what kind of light source it is. It could be a campfire or a bonfire. It could be an electrical light or a torch. It could just be a ball of energy glowing. Allow it to reveal its true nature to you and let it shine its light on you as you gently seek a place to sit, a comfortable place to sit besides this light source. For me, my meeting place is a beautiful wooded grove with a bonfire in a clearing and surprisingly comfortable logs. I wouldn't normally consider logs to be comfortable for my butt, but they're incredibly comfortable to sit on. So whatever this landscape is, my friends, really become the witness and the observer of it. Really take a close look. Feel into the beauty, the spaciousness, and the safety of this place. The warmth of the light as it soothes you and it tingles on your skin. Mm. And once you've found your comfortable place to sit, just look upon the light source with deep love and appreciation. And if you feel so called to, just whisper, "Thank you so much for bringing the light into my heart. I'm ready, open, and willing for whatever unfolds next." And turn your attention away from the light source for a moment. You can feel that you are not alone there. There is a oneness and a unity that surrounds you in this place. And within that oneness and unity, you can feel a lost part of yourself, tucked away and hiding at the fringes of the light, safe in the darkness beyond. And you may not know what direction they're in, and you may, if you do, turn your mind and focus on that direction. If you don't, just keep an open heart and an open mind either way, and call out to them. Hello, you're welcome to join me if you wish. The light feels warm and soothing. And you can feel the resistance and the hesitancy of this lost soul fragment. It carries a wounding, carries a story, or it carries a perspective. And it's deeply afraid you won't understand. And somehow you know this to be true of what it carries. And you say, I'm not here for any other purpose but to be with you. I just want to be with you. You can feel that it smiles at the edge of its mouth just a tad bit. And you hear it mutter under its breath, wow, nobody's wanted to be with me for a long time. And you feel deep in your heart so much love for this lost fragment of your soul. Well, I'm here now, you say. I'm here now, and we can spend some time together if you'd like. I'd like that very much, says the fragment. It's been so long since anyone's come to visit. And you can see in the corner of your eye that this beautiful lost fragment of your soul begins to gently inch their way forward towards the light. When it reaches the edge of the light, it sits down for a moment, hesitant and scared to be fully in the light. And you reach out in your most loving voice and you just reassure it. It's fine. You don't have to go any faster or any closer if you don't want to. Take your time. Just know that I'm here to be with you. The light feels warm and safe. And then just listen. The fragment is ready to tell you a bit of its story. They begin to tell you why they've been hiding and tucked away for safekeeping. And listen very closely. This is just for you. They really want you to know. You listen with so much love and acceptance because you really want to know too. Mine's a piece of myself that knew on a deep level that there was something very special and precious about me. That part that knew I was very spiritually sensitive, but had no understanding or support from anyone around me. And poor little soul fragment felt like life itself was just such an immense challenge just to be in the physical, to be so sensitive to all the energies and emotions. But he tucked himself away because he knew that someday I would grow and I would expand and I would have enough space in my heart to embrace and accept him again. And with a gesture of your hand, open and loving, invite this poor lost fragment to come and sit somewhere by the fire. It walks forward now with a bit more lightness in its step, and it approaches a spot not quite next to you, but nearby. And as it sits and the light shines upon its form, pay close attention to what its body, what its figure is made of. It might be shadow, it might be light, it might be stardust, it might be rainbow colors. Just look on with deep love and fascination as this soul fragment has come forward and fully revealed itself to you. And you gaze upon it with so much love and appreciation that you just can't help saying thank you for sharing your story with me. Thank you for telling me who you are and why you're here. I'm so happy to be here with you now. And just spend a moment or two sitting in silence with this piece of yourself. And reach out with your mind and recognize that the divine is everywhere around you in this beautiful, safe space. And you realize in this moment that this fragment of your soul is part of the divine, as are you. My friends, all that's left on our journey today is to answer one question. Am I ready to reintegrate this piece? There is no right or wrong answer to this. If your answer is yes, continue to observe and witness and watch whatever your soul fragment does next. Or perhaps you're called to do something to honor the yes. If your answer is no, continue to look upon the fragment with love and let it know that it can meet you there anytime it wants. That you're always happy and willing to spend time with it until it's ready to come fully home. And if your answer is somewhere in between, just hold a space for both of you. Someday you'll be ready and someday you'll know what to do. For my soul fragment, I'm called to walk over to it and sit down and give it a big hug, letting it know that I'm so glad that it shared its story with me, and letting it know that it is always safe, secure, and deeply loved as long as it's with me. And it gently rests its head on my shoulder, happy for someone to comfort it. As it relaxes into just being together. Slowly, it turns cloud-like, formless, and it enters my heart, and a tickle. And your eyes back to the light source, my friends. And gently bow before it. You can come back here anytime you want, anytime you need. And gently pick yourself up from the seat and begin to walk back along the path. Your gait is different now. There's a lightness in your step, a kind of loving acceptance. And as you walk gently away, slowly bring your awareness back into your physical body, into your arms, into your legs. Gently wiggle and move them. Slowly come back to the moment, back to the now. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Hello, Elena. Good to see you. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. Take a moment, have a drink, sigh heavily, wipe your tears, whatever's going on. Mm. Hello, sister. Ooh, I need to blow my nose. I got all teary there. If you feel like sharing, please. How was that? What happened for you? Where were you? Yeah, what was the landscape or the environment you found yourself in? And feel free to share what your soul fragment had to share with you and what unfolded. I'm really excited and curious to hear about your journey. Oh, I'm warm from that. How's everybody doing? Hello, Kim. Come here. Rhonda was on a gravel path, walked up a hill. The light source was a city on the other side. Neato. And what happened, Rhonda? Hetty, that was amazing. Come here. Kim, did you just arrive? Oh, Rhonda sat in a bench with your fragment and you held hands. Oh, that's so sweet. What was your fragment telling you about? Angie says that was so powerful. It's Mother's Day here in the UK, and my mom came to be in an orb of pink gold light. Oh, Angie, that's so cool. I bet she's one of your guides. See, the journeys are very similar. I always take us to the same place. I consider it a meeting place in our hearts or somewhere in our body. Um, and both our guides and our soul fragments are there, at least in my perspective. So I love that for you, Angie. Let's see. Nancy said it was a bit emotional and my soul fragment dissolved back into my heart. I was down a gravel path with trees on the side, walked to a blue bonfire. A blue bonfire. So, guys, definitely, I forgot to tell you to pay attention to the colors. So, there's a different color associated with each chakra. Nancy, blue is the throat. That's awesome. Joyce fell asleep once. I was on my path. Oh, you probably needed it, my friend. Rhonda says I've been scared a lot, but Fragment not ready to talk too much about it yet. And and we accept that, right? We just let that lovingly allow that to be exactly as it is. Venus is fading as the sun rises. And she said she really is. You're amazing. Yeah, your mom's one of your guides. I really feel that strongly. And she loved you very, very much. Monica sat under the tree. Steps took me to ocean under the moonlight. Then walked straight to a bonfire and sat on the chair on gravels by the ocean. Ooh, lovely. Hmm. And my friends, if you struggled with this, that's okay too. Um, it just means that that's where you're at right now. And in our space here in my lives, we try to lovingly accept everything and allow it to just be. So, who else wants to share, or what else do the people who've been sharing want to share about? Monica, Greg, you got emotional. Could hear that. Hope you are okay. Oh, I'm wonderful. Yeah, I'm a Pisces. I have no problem with emotion. I've created a quite a high degree of emotional mastery and comfort around my emotions. So I will I'm the type that'll cry whenever I need to or whenever I feel like it, basically. But thank you for your concern, Monica. Yes, I'm good. I was crying because I was moved. I didn't realize that I still had a piece tucked away that was about self-worth and self-acceptance. And I really appreciate seeing that today. Um, my guides have been calling me to be more confident and embody and really just embody love and embody, really accept and embody my gifts. And you guys help me do that. You guys help me do that every time you show up to a live. So it's just really good to meet that fragment and to know that he was tucked away for safekeeping, as I like to say. Would anyone else like to share? Oh, I'm so hot. I need to open the door. I'm going to reach into the purple for a moment. I reached into the purple space. Hmm. This is the space for you to share, my friends. Anything related to that journey, whether you feel, was it comfortable, uncomfortable, anything is okay. Sister says, I missed the beginning, but I can see how this would be helpful. Okay. Yeah. Rhonda, so to meet them again, should you imagine the same environment? You know, that's what I do, Rhonda. I found that the environment shifts and changes depending on the day that I go in. So the space where I meet them, like I said, is also the space where I meet my guides. For me, I haven't really fleshed out the entirety of what the forest looks like, because when I was first introduced to my meeting place, it was a very dark forest. I was going through a really hard time, and so there was a lot of dark elements to my journey. Not bad elements, just dark, like lots of shadowy stuff. So for me, the meeting place is, the focus is more on the light source. For me, I have this beautiful bonfire that's shaped like the lotus associated with the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra. So yeah, you can go to that space anytime you want, Rhonda, if you feel like visiting them, or if you want to experiment with meeting your guides. There's plenty of other ways to meet your guides as well. This is just one that I find, well, it's sort of related to what I do with ChakraTouch. It is related to ChakraTouch, but it's just one that I've found really beautiful. Sister says, do you have something recorded like this? I don't yet, but I have on my list here that I want to do a spirit walk track. But I guess as you're saying that, I realize I could do a soul reintegration track too, couldn't I? Huh? That would be neat. Would you guys like that? Would you like recordings on soul reintegration, soul fragment journey, or whatever we'll call it, as well as spirit walk? What do you guys say? Yes, please, Angie says. Monica, what does moonlight mean? It invited me to be under the moonlight. Um, well, the moon's not associated with any particular chakra that I know of. However, moon is a celestial body. Today's a new moon. There might be something there for you, Monica, with that. It's a Pisces new moon today. I mean, moonlight could just be, you know, like when we think about the moon and the sun, they're both celestial bodies that emit light, right? And so perhaps that was, I'm just trying to sense into it. I'm feeling like it was divine light, basically. And I feel like the light source could really be anything on anybody's journey here. Nancy says, I met my young self who was so shy and unsure of herself, so needed that inner child work. Oh, I love that for you, Nancy. That's so cool. Monica's interested to know about my guides. Who are they? When did you get in touch with them? Did they show up on their own, or you had invited them? Do you see them or hear them? Okay, Monica. I love how curious Monica is. Everybody, I love how curious Monica is. Let me see. Spirit walk. I got to write this down before I forget. Soul fragment journey. I really appreciate your guys' interest in this stuff. Oh, Sheila. Sheila. I always forget. I'm so sorry. Is it Sheila? Please help me pronounce it right. Spell it out for me. Fragment was crying uncontrollably. I embraced it and held it tightly and told it how much I loved it. Oh, that's amazing. I saw a lot of pink and dark red glow. Wow. The moon was part of the earth that broke away. Whoa. I've never heard that before, Kim. That's interesting. So, Monica. Big Sheila. Okay. Just like my sister's name. Love my sister. Sheila. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It's really important to me to get people's names right. Monica's questions about my guides. So I will tell that story, and you guys can continue to share if you wish. And then soon after that, we will wrap up. So, Back in 2006, I read my first Abraham Hicks book, Ask and It Is Given. Amazing book. It blew my mind. It was the very first time that I had ever read material from a channeled source. And it was the very first time I had ever read a book that was so purely and absolutely filled with love and wisdom, and I couldn't feel any human ego in it at all. And so I just soaked up that material. And about a year or two afterwards, my closest friend in Los Angeles, which is where I was at the time, heard that I was into Abraham Hicks, and she knew about them as well. And she said, "Oh, you need to come see my friend Natalie. She channels this guy named Dr. Peebles." So Abraham is a collective of different beings and souls. So it's not exactly the same as like transmedium channeling as my friend Natalie does. But I was so excited to do that I went and I met with her, and she channels Dr. Peebles, and many people around the world do. I might someday, I don't know. He's one of my guides. And basically, he introduced me. He lived at the turn of the century. He died like right around 1899, turn of that century. Well, no, actually, I think he died in the early 1900s. But so he lived at the turn from the 1800s to the 1900s, and he was a channel. He was, I think he was a minister. I can't remember from what denomination. He was a medical doctor. He was a holistic doctor. He was like he's like total Renaissance man. And I think he did missionary work or something like that. I forget his bio entirety. Anyways, the most loving, beautiful energy I'd ever felt. And I continued to meet with him regularly whenever my friend had hosted groups, and I began to have privates like private sessions with her every year around my birthday. And he introduced me to the guidance system. So the way he explained it is that their system of our guides is set up as concentric circles. So the closest circle, the one closest to us, are the guides who work with us on a daily basis, or hourly, depending on where we're at. And they're the ones that are kind of always present and always there, always available, always working with us. They're all always available, but the frequency of how often they work with us decreases as the circles go out. Now, sometimes what happens is a guide from an outer circle will come in to the inner circle to do more work and then go back out. So there's a lot of flow back and forth between the circles. But basically, just think of it as concentric circles, and that there's this multitude of guidance available to us. And I quickly realized that Dr. Peebles was a guide. He introduced me to my great grandmother, Maria, who is one of my guides as well. I believe, I'm not 100% sure because I don't remember feeling it specifically or talking to it specifically, but I think Archangel Michael, the Archangel Michael is one of my guides. And I can't remember what he's all about, but I think he's all about balance and probably more. Dr. Peebles. Dr. James Peebles. One of the longest term channelers of him is Summer Bacon. She's amazing. But anyways, what else did you ask, Monica? So I started to get more in touch with them. I've always known about them, but I haven't worked with them a lot until this last fall. So this last fall, I met Susan Sage, who's also a teacher here on Insight Timer. Many of you know her. She's wonderful. She also channels divine wisdom, and she and I have had very similar spiritual experiences. Anyways, I went to her because I'd heard her talk about an unshakable sense of self-worth. And I thought, ooh, I like that word unshakable. And I recognized I've had for years this unshakable sense of physical well-being. Like I don't know how else to describe it except I just know that I will be healthy and that I will be well physically. Yeah, of course I have pains and have issues and whatnot as I go through life, but I just have this implicit, unquestionable trust that my physical health and well-being is 100% supported and taken care of. I haven't had that in other areas of life. And so I went and had a session with her because I wanted to I wanted to embody and establish an unshakable sense of prosperity, which is, I mean, that's a big thing for me now, and it was in the fall. And she basically guided me, and I created this landscape as I walked along, and then this bonfire was there, and I could feel, and I met a soul fragment, and I mean, I was the one creating the journey. She was just there supporting me and guiding me, similar to what I did for you guys today. But that's when I met all my guides. They were all there surrounding me. And ever since then, it was such a beautiful, loving experience that ever since then, I'll just drop into my heart and I'll go and I'll hang out with them and I'll ask them yes or no questions. I've started to ask them non-yes and no questions where I actually, because I'm trying to not trying, but I'm practicing listening to them more, right? By actually going and meeting with them. So yeah, I hope that answers most of your questions. And I'm just right now, I'm just really big on partnering with them. You know, how do I say this? I've lived so much of my life alone. And a lot of that came from this place of not feeling supported as a child and really wanting to show the world sort of that I could stand on my own 2 feet. And it's still a big theme for me, but a bigger theme right now is that the path of the heart is one that involves partnering with the divine. And I know what it's like to do it all on my own. I've spent many years in my youth living from the mind as a master, trying to force life into a certain way of being. And when I started to grow spiritually and learn that I needed to let go and then I needed to ask for help and allow others to help me, that seed was just planted. And at this point now, the others aren't just friends and family, but the others are my guides. The others is divine love. And I just feel really deep in my heart that that's my path. And so I want to grow in that. And if that means that someday I channel somebody, I feel like an entity is wanting to come through. They haven't identified themselves. So maybe someday I'll end up channeling somebody for you. But for now, I'm totally fine with it being a collective. And I don't even need to know who they are. They'll reveal themselves as they need to. It's more that I have a relationship with them and that when I go there, I know that they have my back and that they love me at all times. I don't know what they look like, Monica. No, I mostly hear them. I see them as energetic figures. And yeah, they sort of have voice, but it's more of a feeling. Yeah, he does, Manji. He does. Dr. Peoples. He has such a I love his look. He was originally Scottish. Oh, thanks, Elaine. I appreciate your heart's dear. Well, my friends, anyone else want to share about their journey? I don't have specifics like that, Monica. Not yet. And I'm not attached to those. I'm not attached to the specifics. It's the feeling that I feel that's important to me right now. I just trust that if they want to reveal specifics, they will. Just like the soul fragment, sometimes we go on a journey like this looking for a lost soul fragment and it's not ready to reveal all of itself to us. So, yeah. Anyone else want to share about their journey before we do a closing meditation? Thanks, Angie. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here to live from my heart, to be in my heart, and to help guide you guys to your hearts. so that you can live the path of love too, and that we can live it together and spread love in the world. That's what excites me. That's what gets me encouraged to make tracks and to create this group program I'm making for you guys, which I have the name of. It's called Unshakable Chakras. So when I launch this program, it's going to be a monthly meeting on Zoom. It's going to focus on a specific chakra each month, and we're going to use that chakra as a gateway to tap into an unshakable sense of self, whatever's associated with that chakra. It could be safety, security, confidence, love. We're going to go through the 7 chakras for that. So I am really looking forward to bringing that out. It will not be here on Insight Timer. It will be on Patreon. So I'm only going to be able to talk about it. I won't be able to post links or anything, but keep a watch on my link tree. If you haven't followed me already in Insight Timer, by the way, I invite you and welcome you to do so. We also have a lovely group called Circle of Love. I'll be able to mention it in the IT group, but I won't be able to share any links. I did get in trouble for sharing a YouTube link when I didn't even realize. Little trouble, not a lot. Anyways, if you're wanting to keep tabs on that, to hear about that more fully, please do check out my socials. All of my links to my socials are in the About section of my teacher profile. If you don't know where that is, it's kind of like the last tab when you go into a teacher's profile, kind of last tab on the right, and you need to scroll all the way down to find their website link. I just use a link to my link tree that shows all of my links: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I record all of my lives and put them up on YouTube. So if you ever want to do a replay, this one in particular, I can imagine would be a really neat replay. They're on my YouTube, and I usually put them up either the night of or the next morning. Yeah, and so what else? Other news? Follow. Oh yeah, the group, to find the groups, it's a little bit, I don't know why, but the interface on IT makes it a little hard for some reason. But when you go into my teacher profile, right where it says home, you want to scroll all the way down, and at the bottom, that's where you can join the Circle of Love group. Oh, and then lastly, just thank you for being here. Thank you so much for people who follow me. If you're a new follower today, welcome. If you're going to follow in the future, I thank you for that. Thank you for listening to my tracks and reviewing them. And thank you for donating. If your heart feels so moved and called to support me through an energetic exchange of financial donation, I welcome it. It really helps a lot. It's, what's most important to me is that you guys are here and that your hearts are being opened and touched, and that you want to walk this journey, this path with me. That's what's truly, truly most important. But I do appreciate the donations and all the follows. What did I see? What did I miss here? Sista said I was talking to a friend the other day about connecting with guides. I started singing a random song the other day, and it reminded me of my Oma. That sounds cool. You know what? Sometimes when we think something's random, it's our guides, It's very interesting. Rhonda, so thankful for the sessions and for you, Greg. You're welcome, Rhonda. I appreciate it. Linda, as long as we can all come to the Canary Islands. When I move there, so Hetty and Sonia and Patrick and I are moving there. When I moved there, I was hoping maybe by then I'd be able to afford a iPad or like a tablet kind of device, and I could go and do the lives out in a beautiful environment. I don't have the means to do that right now, but yeah, wouldn't that be cool, Linda? You are welcome, Nancy. Absolutely. Oh, you're welcome, Monica. I love sharing with you guys. Namaste, says Kim. Namaste is you too. What did you have a chuckle over, sister? That your random song that reminds you of your Oma? Yeah, very cool. I love that for you. All right, guys. Last chance to share. If anybody wants to share about their experience today, or if you have any questions, I like questions too. We all learn from other people's questions. You're welcome, Elena. It's so nice to see you as always. I think Elena's in the group, right, Elena? Was anyone new today? You're welcome, Holly. Thank you for being here. Anyone new today want to say hi? Gabrielle, you are welcome. Hi, Miss. That's an easy, simple name, Miss. Hi, Rosemary. You're new? Okay, welcome. So I also do lives on Wednesday and Friday. Those are readings using my ChakraTouch technique of it's a combination of well, it's a lot of things, isn't it, guys? So I consider myself a healer and a spiritual guide. And the chakra touch is a gift that I was given to be able to read people's energies. And so it's a combination of energy reading and spiritual coaching. And it's really a lovely experience. So if there's any guidance about life or love or life path or any guidance at all that you're looking for, nothing predictive. But I work with people's energy as it is in the moment. And however it wants to resolve itself. It's really quite, you can ask anybody here who's had a reading or a session on the lives before. It's really a lovely experience. Yeah, thanks again, everybody, for being here. My mouth feels tired. Any last sharing or questions before I go? Yes, miss, I do private sessions. So thank you for asking about that. Yeah, I love doing privates. I have office hours on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And you can find that through my link tree. The quickest way to my link tree, if you're interested in joining my socials or looking at my calendar for booking, is to just go to yaygreg.com. And I'm not allowed to type that in as a URL. um, Maybe I can do it this way. Yaygreg.com. Yes, Nancy definitely had a beautiful one. Um, yeah, we haven't talked about that since, Nancy, but yeah, I really appreciated our time together there. Yeah, I love doing privates. They're hour long, and you get me for one whole hour all to yourself, which I don't know. To me, that sounds fun. Yeah. Thanks for asking, miss. I really appreciate that. I think I have I can't remember the setting. Um, I think I have a 6 hour advance window. I can't remember. Yeah. So most of my times are East Coast afternoons and early evening, but although I'm considering opening up to some morning times. Also, so that you guys know, I'm strongly thinking about starting a fourth live. Okay. So this is fascinating because this is the guy who was like in December when I started lives was like, maybe I'll do one or two. And I just love him so much that now we're up to three. And Sundays is going to be like this from now on, which is going to be Spirit and Soul Sundays. Because actually, let me know, how was this? Do you guys want Sundays to stay this way, like Spirit and Soul Sundays? No problem, Nancy. Someday is always available. Yeah. So please let me know. Do you like this format of what we did today? Okay, Sista loved it. I really, really want to hear from as many people as possible if you loved this format. I'm guessing that you did, and my intuition is feeling that we're going to keep it this way. Yes, please. Okay. Oh, good. This was good today, Nancy says, with an exclamation point. I got the sign for exclamation point. Oh yeah, this. Okay, Rosemary liked it too. So what I'm thinking is keeping Sunday this way. Yeah, great for Sunday, start of the week. Love that, Linda. Cool perspective. Okay, could miss. Yep. Very cool, very cool. And I'm thinking of adding a fourth um to do readings on Thursday mornings, which is a stretch for me, but I think it'll be good for me and good for folks on different time zones. Yeah. Because most of my stuff right now is East Coast afternoon. Thank you, Miss, for your donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, yeah. And if you're new to Insight Timer and you don't know, you can donate right in the live. But if you're on an Apple device and if you want me to receive 100% of the donation, please wait until the live ends and then donate from the page after or on my teacher profile, because for some weird reason, Apple considers that they are owed 30% of the donation during the live stream, which hopefully that will get sorted out someday. Oh, you have Thursdays off? Awesome. I love that. Okay. So I've only heard from a few of you, but my intuition says that everybody loved this format today. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate your donation as well. And I always appreciate your following and being who you are, my local friend there. All right, my friends, I'm ready to wrap it up. Any last comments or questions before I bid you adieu? Nancy, I'm curious. I know when we had our one-on-one, you were working a lot with, well, not working a lot, but you were concerned a lot about your headache, and we ended up elsewhere, and you really got a benefit out of that, which I'm glad to hear. So I'm curious about how the headaches have been as well. Okay, my friends, I'm gonna skedaddle. Thank you for your beautiful presence. Thank you for sharing in our journey today. I'm sending you much love and many blessings. Be well and have a great evening. And I'll see you again soon in one of my lives or somebody else's lives. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.